All right, people. So, okay, so let's begin with the question. Firstly, this is a matter of honor. I want him to regret and beg. 5 weeks ago, I was abandoned by my husband, who I suspect either fearful of avoiding or just some other version of insane. Oh, wow. Sorry about that. While having a 2-day traumatic miscarriage at 18 weeks. Oh my God. Wow. Sorry about that. That sounds wow. While he was abroad, I developed an infection and had to have emergency surgery. Instead of checking in on me, he ghosted for 6 days and was found on an online dating app. Wow. Yeah, you gotta buckle up, people. This is no joke, people. He matched with a friend he hasn't met, and now he is rebounding before even breaking it off with me. Wow. That's crazy, yo. That is unbelievable. And she is now his new obsession. Wait, she's dating him? I have not seen him since he went away. He is very cold and angry. So he left you like that? Oh my God. I haven't been told. This is basically attachment deactivation. Plus, he has a new person. Who is this new person? Your friend? Obviously, the last few weeks I have been an anxious mess, and it scared him, I think. But I can blame the pregnancy hormones. He is a coward and is trying to force me into ask for a divorce by ignoring me. It's trying to force me into asking for a divorce by ignoring me. I have a young disabled daughter, and in my culture, a disabled daughter combined with a divorce would make me unmarriable. Wow. I can't tell you how many sleepless nights that man has given me in the last 5 weeks. The irony is that he views himself as pious, so he probably views speaking to me, his wife, coldly as a form of faithfulness to his rebound of 2 weeks. He is a walking contradiction. I plan to see him next week, and I need your help to completely flip the switch and make him doubt who I am. Obviously, I'm in better shape as last time he saw me, which is good. I was 5 months pregnant. Well, I don't know how that works, to be honest with you. I swiftly got my figure back. Good. I was also quite stressed, so I want to completely rewrite the image he has of me in his head for ultimate desire. I want him to walk away thinking, now I know this is unlikely to make a dent to his desire for his rebound, but if I can pick up away at it, I don't want to be too happy or passive aggressive. I want to seem like it's a fresh start, but without too much familiarity. You miscarried, so I don't think him seeing you sad is anything that he was like, oh, I got her. Like, oh, look at her. Like, I think it's very normal. You have every single right to feel completely devastated at what happened. Not him, but with the kid. You have every single right to be absolutely devastated and to show it. You know? Because you're not dealing with a normal person here. Like, this guy's a psycho. Completely has no sense of empathy. No sense of honor. No sense of respect for anyone. Not even for his kid. I'll wait for your suggestions in terms of how to text, act, and speak. Thanks, D. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I think you have your priorities wrong in this one. You should give yourself time to process what just happened. I'm not gonna speak for you, right? I'm not gonna tell you what to do, to be honest with you. So maybe I take that back. right? But generally speaking, what makes a guy regret losing you comes down to when you should always hope that the person regrets losing you because he felt a deep connection with you, right? Where he misses the bond that you guys had together, where he misses the time that you guys had together, right? And usually when somebody misses you from that perspective, is because you broke it off, or because maybe you cheated and you pushed them away, right? So they usually regret not being with you because they missed the relationship, they missed the connection. Now, when they're the one that loses interest, when you're the one that pushes them away, I'm not saying that you did in this case, to be honest with you, but I'm just give you like the general. When they miss you, it's because one, maybe they broke up with you because it was a quick decision. Quick decisions out of emotion, where the person didn't think about it for months, they usually regret losing you. It's like when you quit your job because you're angry, and then a few days later you come back and you quit and you say, hey, can I get my job back? That's not a bad, that's a type of quitting that usually comes with regret. Momentary quitting because of an emotion, because you feel triggered and you felt angry, and so you did a haste decision without thinking. But then there's when you quit because you thought about it for months, not out of some intense emotion, but more of like a subtle emotion, where you're thinking and you're subtly dissatisfied. And through months of thinking about it, then you quit, and those quits usually are more permanent. But with the way, one of the reasons why some people regret losing you isn't because of the connection that they felt, but because they see you happy with somebody else also, where it was ego, where they only miss you, they only regret losing you because somebody else has you. And usually those regrets are only temporary until they win and possess you. But until then, they'll regret losing you. And not because of you, but because of their ego. Right? And because male competition is a man's ultimate kryptonite. So to make somebody regret losing you, you have to show, or at least let them know, that there are other guys in your life vying for your attention. It's as simple as that. You don't need to do much. You really don't. Like, a guy will, even if you are alone in your home and you post a photo where you're alone in your home, a guy doesn't need to see that you're partying to regret losing you. A guy doesn't need to see a crazy scene or you on the yacht. He doesn't need to see that. All he needs to see or is sense the presence of another guy in your life. You know? Or you just being happy. But the thing is that in this occasion, you know, I'm not going to tell you not to think what he thinks, you know, but he's just a psycho, man. He's a crazy psycho. I mean, like, he's crazy. To do what he did, to me, it just means you're dealing with something different here. You're dealing with a crazy person. So in this case with this guy, if I were to give you advice, despite how many red flags this guy's sending me, is to, one, men are visual, so always dress sexy, dress in a way that shows him your improvement. And two, I know it's a running joke on this channel, but you could just say, if you ever comment about your figure, you could just say, oh no, you know, I know it's fine, it's a joke, but it's actually some truth behind it. No, I just got a personal trainer and he gives me discounts and he's been training me the whole time. You just say that, right? You see, guys' imagination is insecure enough where he'll just start filling in the blanks. You know, personal trainer, discounts, she's happy, looks sexier. Okay, what the hell? Like, that makes, like, and they'll start imagining things. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be obvious. Let him come to his own conclusion by just giving him those little hints. And That's why guys regret losing you. 1, the connection. 2, the competition. 3, seeing you happy. 4, seeing you improve on your physical body. And other reasons why they regret losing you also is because maybe they forget they realize they took you for granted, right? It's like, that's happened before, where I was with a girl and she gave me everything that I needed. And that was when I was much younger, much more immature, to be honest with you. I'm not like this anymore, thank God. But I would take a girl who was really feminine for granted, and she was just so sweet to me that the only time I realized what I had was only until she left. But by that time, it was already too late. You know, it was already too late. I pushed her away. But that's what makes guys regret losing you. Outside of that, every other regret is temporary. The only one that's not temporary is the one where they felt a connection with you and they realized that they had something good, you know. Every other regret where they see you with another guy, or they regret how, like, them seeing you with another guy, or them seeing you happy, or they're around happy, and because of that their mind is thinking in another way, and so they start thinking about regret. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're in a negative state of mind, you usually start thinking about things that fit that vibration, and so you regret things that you usually wouldn't regret in a normal state of mind, right? So maybe he'll have a depressive month, and then in that month he'll regret losing you, and so he'll hit you up. But again, that's all temporary. The only thing that's everlasting is the connection part. The special bond that you and him had, that takes longer to get over. But the poom poom, or him seeing your body looking good, or him seeing you with another guy, it stings hard. Trust me, that stings. That stings. But it doesn't last as long as the other one, you know. But in the moment, it feels like those types of regrets of feeling the competition of other men, it feels like it's gonna last forever. But it usually goes away after a while, unless he has a prickly ego and he's a psycho. And so sometimes you keep self-perpetuating that regret for a long time, to the point that you might even need therapy to help you get over that. All right. But with this guy, man, just dress nice. You know, look nice. Meditate honestly. You might need to get into meditation practice. Talk to a therapist, because this is not something that, you know, it's easy to manage on your own. You have to recognize your limits as a person, you know. And you asking me, but if I pick it up, I don't want to be too happy or too passive aggressive. Just be cold, man. Honestly, it sounds like you're asking how to get him back. Honestly, you're asking me suggestions in terms of how to text, act, and speak. I think you have every right to be mad. I don't think you should see him anymore. I think you should end it with him and never see him again, and don't entertain this. Most likely, when you wrote this, you were in a depressive state of mind. But when you see this, let me know what you think, please, and respond to me, and I'll respond to you. Because, you know, this is not one of those typical questions that I get. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one, click on the description down below where it says work with me one-on-one. And if you guys ever want to check out any of my courses, click on the description down below. And I'll see you guys later. Take care.